I agree with Xbox's new naming convention. It has a lineage, family tree type of vibe to it. Being at the top of the tree, Xbox One, that is the one. That is the original. That's where it got its start from. And it branches off into the One X and the One S. Now, there's only one that came before those two consoles. And then after that, you'll break down into series, the series of the X, the series of the S. It shows its history. So once you have the Series X and you have the Series S, maybe the next generation, you have the Series X2, the Series S2. And even with those series, even though I doubt Microsoft will do it, you can break that down further. And it's similar to how BMW does it. BMW has the 3, 5, 7, 8 series, X series, if you want to call it that. And even within those series, like the BMW 3 series, they break it down to the 325, 330, or it could be the 328 or the 335, depending on what they want to do, because BMW likes to alternate between those four numbers within the 3 series. Large number being the top of the line model, lower number being the lesser model. So it's not something that hasn't been done before. Apple did it as well with the Apple Watch, a simpler thing of that. Hey, the first one was the Apple Watch. They replaced it with the Series 1, and then they innovated on from there with Series 2, 3, 4, etc. So it can work in terms of that. I think a lot of people are just complaining about nothing in terms of this. We consider video gamers to be abreast and aware of what's going on and saying, okay, what year is this? Okay, now let me see. Let me check out the series for this year, for this generation. So I don't see it being confusing. Because a lot of people say, hey, well, what about when, grandma goes ahead and buys this Xbox for the kids and they can't figure out which one is which? And they might just go by the price. Well, I mean, in that case, if it hasn't been really requested from the kid, it's probably just a gift. You know what? So big, get a gift receipt. But I really don't see that happening because, trust me, it works with BMW. It's worked with the Apple Watch. It just works in high-end things as a proven naming convention. And when something's proven and you tweak it for your own purposes, it tends to be successful. Not 100% of the time, but it tends to be successful when you tweak something that's well established. And the naming convention, starting with the Xbox One, makes sense. You had original. You can even go back further with the original Xbox. That's when the Xbox brand started. Xbox 360. That came out 4 years after the original Xbox, right? So that's like the 360 that encompasses everything that we or they believe in at Xbox. And then you get the One. Yeah, this is it. Even though it wasn't successful, but this is where it all culminates into the One. This is the One. Neo in the Matrix. It is the One. And then you branch off from that One with the S and the X, 1S, 1X, and you go on from there, creating those new series. 1X, 1S, assume the X is going to be the higher end, S is going to be the lower end, and you'll know. So no, it's not going to be an issue at all with the naming convention. Let's get off of that. The only issue the Xbox is going to have is competing with the PlayStation 5. That's it. Competing with the Nintendo Switch. That's it. The name isn't going to matter. We've seen it work with BMW. BMW doesn't have a problem. People aren't complaining about that. You say, hey, what year is it? Cool. What's the one for this year? You say the same thing with Xbox. What's the one for this year? What's the one for this generation? Nothing to worry about. It's cool. I like the name convention. It makes sense. It shows lineage. Family tree. That's my take. Iceberg Jim out. Deuces.